Hey everybody, welcome back to Rusty Guns. So today's video I've got for you is three different things that you can use for gun storage, basically. So let's just get right into the first item, and that is these gun storage rods. Basically, they're used inside your safe or your gun locker, whatever you want to call it, and it helps you be able to fit more long guns inside your safe. Typically in your safe, they would go around the outside edge, and that's basically all of the long guns you can fit in your safe. Well, with these fit. You slide these down the barrel of your long gun, and then it has a Velcro end right here on the top, and you would stick it to the top. Usually there's a shelf above your long guns. You would stick that to the shelf above, and now you can actually stack some in front of other rifles. Makes it a lot easier. With these, you can buy them in packs of like 8 and 16, I think. You can find them on Amazon pretty easy. You'll also get the little fuzzy side of the Velcro so that it sticks to it like that, and you can pull it free. Now, I will tell you, with this, you get a big piece of it to fit for your shelf, but it is not sticky on the back side. So if you have a metal shelf that is above where your long guns are, you're going to have to use some type of adhesive on the back of this. What I would suggest is something like this Loctite spray adhesive. It works really well. You can use it on metal, wood, plastic, all different kinds of things. But you just spray that on the back of it, stick it up to the bottom of the shelf, and then you would be good to go. If you have a wooden shelf, you could simply just staple this to that wooden shelf. But that's just something to be aware of. If you have a metal shelf, you're going to have to find some way to, put some adhesive on the back of this so that you can use those. But they're great. Like I said, they will create a lot of space in your safe or your locker for you. So definitely something to check out if you're needing more room in your locker versus having to buy a whole new safe or a whole new gun locker or whatever. Okay, moving on to the next one, and that would be these right here. And now these are basically used for pistols. All you're going to do is this simply slides onto a shelf like this, and then this will fit down the barrel of your pistol. So basically this is what you would have, something like this. So your shelf, this slides onto your shelf, and then you slide that onto the pistol. And so you can use these things inside your safes, your gun lockers, or you can use it around the house. You can use it like in a kitchen cabinet shelf or a bathroom shelf, wherever you want. Just make sure your kids can't get to it, of course, or make sure that they're safe. But the cons with these, if your shelf is really narrow, you're going to have a lot of wobbling with it. So make sure it's some type of a thicker shelf that you're attaching this to. That's why I say, a kitchen shelf inside a cabinet or something, they work really good on. But a really skinny shelf, not so much. But that's your second one. And these also, you can buy them in different pack amounts. I think there's 6, 8, 12 or something like that. But these also you can find on Amazon or eBay, whatever. But that's your second one. Pretty simple, pretty effective. So next we have these right here. These are magnetic holders. So basically these come from Amaze Fan, is the maker of these. And they have wall anchors with them and screws. So you can attach them to a wall in your house, maybe next to your bed, on a nightstand, underneath a nightstand, underneath the dash of your car, or along your console in your car, whatever. There's lots of different places you can attach these. But they are not magnetic on this side, so you can't stick this to something. It has to be screwed down, or you're going to have to find some really strong kind of, sticky adhesive, double-sided tape or whatever if you're wanting to just stick it and not put screw holes in something. Now the con with these, one, of course you can't just stick it onto something, it has to be screwed into it. But the other is that these particular ones are made for something that has a kind of rectangular rail. Something like this Sigma or a Glock, something like that. And they fit on just like that. You can see that it's notched out right here for the front sight. And so it allows you the ability, if this is mounted, to be able to then rack the gun and then break the gun, you know, loose. So you can have it held like this without a round in the chamber, and then when you need the gun, you can just simply grab it and do that. So that makes it a really good feature. I like that part of it. So the con part of this is that it doesn't work. These particular ones don't work so well for other types of pistols. So for example, a 1911. Okay, it will hold a 1911. Okay, it'll hold that, but because the slide is rounded, there is a lot of wiggle room here, and a good bump or something and the 1911 will come loose really easily, because it's a much heavier gun than polymer frame guns. So, you know, although it will hold it, it's not really the greatest option. You can see how much I can wiggle this just barely moving it. So not really a great option. These particular ones like this for a 1911, or like I said, rectangular slides. Now I'm sure they probably make these for 1911 style guns, but these particular ones, so just pay attention to what kind you're getting. Make sure if you're wanting one for a 1911, you get one that's built for a 1911 and not one that's built for a rectangular polymer frame pistol. But otherwise, these work absolutely great. I really like them. One other trick you'll want to know, I don't know if it's a pro or con to it, but when you have this, if you are trying to, once you've racked this gun, if you're then trying to pull the gun away from this, don't try to pull it straight back. You can do that, but what you end up doing is you end up bumping your front sight the whole time when you're dragging it back. So your front sight is getting dragged along this right here. So I would advise against that. You can pull downward. If you were pulled down, kind of, I guess, if you were pulled down this way, you can. It's a little hard, but the easiest way that I found is simply to twist the gun off. So once you've racked it, if you just simply twist the gun, it comes free really easy and really quickly. So it's something that can be done just like that. I mean, so I would twist the gun off of it instead of pulling back or pulling downward. But there you go. Those are the 3 items I had for you today. The magnetic gun locks, these wire holders for shelves for pistols, and then these rifle rods, I guess I call them, something like that. Storage rod for your gun safes for long guns. There you go, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. Take care. I'll see you next time.